Halle Berry has won an Oscar, co-starred in a James Bond movie, and played 2 comic book stars, but she's also missed out on some roles throughout her career, both famous and infamous.
Truth is, I have completely exhausted all of my options.
Berry came from competition in pageants in Ohio when she was cast alongside Leah Remini in her first series, the Who's the Boss spin-off Living Dolls in 1989. Her real breakout, though, came a few years later, courtesy of Spike Lee. Berry first auditioned to play Wesley Snipes' wife in Lee's 1991 relationship drama Jungle Fever, but was able to convince the director she would be a better fit as crack addict Vivian. A year later, Berry nailed her audition in a supporting role in Boomerang, and director Reginald Hudlin and Eddie Murphy never saw another actress for the part.
Well, let me tell you one great thing about me, all right? I've got a heart.
In 1993, though, Berry battled for and lost the role of Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do with It to Angela Bassett, who earned an Oscar nomination for her portrayal of the legendary R&B singer. Berry also missed out on another opportunity a year later when she passed on an action movie called Speed. Berry has said in her defense the bus never left the parking lot in the version of the script she read. Sandra Bullock ended up in the role, and the movie made $350 million worldwide at the box office.
I can't do this by myself, please.
Also around that time, Berry was among several actresses who auditioned for Mia Wallace in Pulp Fiction, but lost out to Uma Thurman. Berry also auditioned for Robin in Waiting to Exhale, as did Robin Givens, but director Forrest Whitaker decided to go with a lesser-known actress in Layla Rashaan. Speaking of Rashaan, for 1998's Why Do Fools Fall in Love, Berry was originally cast as Amira and Vivica A. Fox as Zola, but Berry was later switched to Zola, Fox to Mickey, and Rashaan came on for Amira. In 2000, Berry was considered for Lucy Liu's role in Charlie's Angels, but instead turned her focus to X-Men, beating out Janet Jackson and Mariah Carey for Storm after Angela Bassett and Jada Pinkett Smith passed.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning?
A year later, Bassett also passed on Monsters Ball, as did Vanessa Williams. That cleared the way for Berry to take the role all the way to the Oscars, becoming the first black woman to win Best Actress. Berry immediately followed up the drama with 2002's Die Another Day, and there were even plans for a Jinx spin-off at one point. Also in 2002, Berry was considered for Men in Black 2, as was Jennifer Lopez, but both lost out to Laura Flynn Boyle.
I lose, you lose, I win, everything keeps spinning.
Berry did sign on for The Adventures of Pluto Nash, but had to withdraw due to its schedule interfering with her wedding to singer Eric Benet. Lopez passed on the role before Rosario Dawson stepped in. Another disaster was averted a year later after Berry committed to Geely opposite Ben Affleck, but had to drop out over scheduling conflicts with X2. This time, Lopez signed on to replace her, subsequently launching the notorious Bennifer relationship and a box office bomb, making $7 million on a $54 million budget, which at least was better than Pluto Nash's $7 million on a $100 million budget. Berry had her own critical and box office struggles a year later with Catwoman, which was originally slated for Ashley Judd before Berry took over.
Oh yeah. Ha. Black leather. Whip.
In 2008, Berry was considered for the starring role in Wanted, which stemmed from a comic book that used Berry's likeness for the character. However, she lost the role to Angelina Jolie. Berry has since worked steadily, including more X-Men, a Kingsman movie, and John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, a role she began lobbying for before director Chad Stahelski even had a script.
You do realize that I'm management now, right?
Berry is currently producing a Boomerang series with Lena Waithe and is directing her first feature, Bruised, about a disgraced MMA fighter. When it came to casting the lead for the drama, Berry went with a sure thing, herself.
I will do whatever the hell I want to do.